MSEduventure, a venture for a social cause.
Hello, my name is Advocate Madhusudan Shetty and welcome to the fourth episode of MSEduventure. As we had promised in the last episode that we are going to talk about the mooting skills and the ways to make a compendium for succeeding in a moot competition. So, before begin, let us understand what are the general tips that are necessary for mooting or what are the mooting skills which are necessary. The first thing that we need to remember is to read the rules of the oral submission carefully and prepare your content as per the time allotted for a specific round. So every competition has certain rules for the time limit that you can speak for with a warning bell. So you need to prepare your content as per the time limit which is given by the competition organizers. Okay, so don't just create a mammoth content where you won't be able to find time to speak everything. Arguments should be developed in a persuasive and a coherent way. Now, when I say coherent, it has to be logical, it has to be reasonable, it has to be rational. Okay, the facts and the legal arguments should be integrated very effectively. The best authorities, the best citations must be used and they must be properly analyzed. Now, when I say properly analyzed, even the contrary authorities, the contrary case laws, which doesn't go in your favor, it's okay if you point it out to the judge or to the bench over there. Make a strong case for yourself and articulate and be persuasive. Don't be forceful, be persuasive. No need for unnecessary shouting and being loud. You're not going to impress the judge just being loud. You need to be presentable. You need to have the quality that you're speaking. Use legal maxims and a strong language in rebuttals or sur-rebuttals. It creates an impression on the judge. Practice well and take as many demos as possible with the help of your peers and be perfect before the day of the competition. The other tips involve speak slowly and carefully. Try to engage the court by varying the tone of your voice and making eye contact with a judge where possible. Keep your notes handy in front of you, but just don't read it from it. It creates a bad impression. It is your legal submission on the facts of the moot problem. The court is only interested in the law and the policy reasons why should they find a favor in your client. They're not interested in your personal opinion about the client's circumstances. So detach yourself by going into this habit. Begin your submission by saying, "May it please the court, my name is, example, Advocate Madhusudan Shetty, and I appear on behalf of the petitioner or the respondent in X versus Y. My submission will address issue 1 and issue 2. Conclude with one of the statements, maybe you can say, that concludes my submission. May I be of any further assistance to the court?" Or you may say, "Unless the court has any further questions, that concludes my submission." So please be very, very, very thorough with these statements that we're going to use in front of the judge. Don't start with good morning or good afternoon. There is no need to have a personal connect with the judge. Be very formal. Use your lordship in your statements frequently. Your lordship, my lordship, this is very important. Like, for example, if a small child is having a conversation with his mother, he will say, "Mom, I had a very busy day today. Mom, I went here. Mom, I had my tiffin." This is the way you impress upon your mother. The same way, to impress upon the judges, you need to frequently use this statement, "Your lordship, my lordship." Don't say, "I argue." Instead, say, "I will show that." Say, "The court should," rather than saying, "The court must." Say, "In my respectful submission," use statements like this. Or say, "My opposing counsel's argument overlooks that." It looks very formal. Now, time and again, the judges will ask you questions. So what should we do while answering these questions? When a question is asked, answer in simple yes or no, and then explain your answer. It is appropriate to pause briefly before answering a question posed by the bench. If you're unclear about the question, you would say, "I would be obliged if the court would clarify the question," and say, "I accept the point of the court's point, but it is my submission that. So please be formal time and again. Avoid phrases like I think, I believe, I say. Instead, say it is submitted that, or simply say I submit. Never say I argue that. Say I submit that. Have an eye on your colleagues to gauge the what points are of the particular concern for the court. Never interrupt the judge. If a judge interrupts you, stop speaking and listen carefully to the judge's question or comment. Dress formally, be presentable, be neat. If you are guiding the judge to a certain page of your memorial or a compendium, state that I would like to draw the attention of your lordship to page so and so, para so and so. So please be very clear with the words you're using in front of the judge. Now, the compendium. Now, what's a compendium to begin with? Compendium is a collection of case laws that you're going to rely on while making your oral submission. The compendium will have many case laws that you're going to use in your moot competition, in your oral submission. Make it spiral bound and have sufficient copies to be given to the judges or maybe the opponents and for yourself. Have the cases taken from proper sources. Like I said in the previous episode also, Manupatra or SCC, that is Supreme Court cases, would be a reliable source. Flag the compendium properly. Okay, whatever page you're going to lead the judge into, navigate the judge into, please flag it properly. For example, if you want the judge to look into a certain para of a judgment, before coming to that page or to that para, navigate the judge into the first page, the main page of the judgment. Now, how will this help? This will help the judge into looking into the year of the judgment, the majority minority ratio of the judgment, the members of the bench who were the judges who had given this judgment. It creates a good impression, and then you can tell, okay, now I will draw your attention to this page, this para. Okay, highlight the para properly. Use the same color which you're using for highlighting in all the copies of the compendium. Use the same flag colors for flagging the compendium. This looks very nice. And I'm sure with these tools at your disposal, we will be able to crack any or succeed in any moot competition across the country, maybe national or international. Okay. So you may write to me in the comment section if you need more guidance or if you want to get in touch with me. Till then, have a nice time. Thank you.